What's good, fam? Cardi B was just caught in 4K trashing the exact women who have been keeping her relevant. The receipts Latto dropped on The Breakfast Club just ended Cardi's big sister era for good. Her crown is slipping because the younger generation is tired of the fake love and behind the scenes trash talking coming out of the Bronx lately. During her sit down on June 4th, 2026, Latto confirmed that her new track Gimme Dat is a direct shot aimed right at Cardi. This goes way beyond a simple internet reach, and it shows exactly how the industry operates once the cameras are turned off. Latto explained that she recorded a verse for the Airtime remix specifically to boost Cardi's first week sales. She did this work while she was in the early stages of her pregnancy. It is wild to think about being sick from carrying a child, but still showing up to the studio to help another woman win. Then she found out that same woman was trashing her name in private. This drama traces back to a September 2025 leak where Cardi was heard calling Latto a P***y-ass rapper.
But during that conversation, Cardi said, "I'ma knock her the fuck out. All y'all, I'ma beat her ass. I'ma get Riot beat up by my ninjas. Y'all gonna see what the fuck is up. Y'all think I'm fucking pussy-ass Latto?"
Cardi even questioned if she was really tough enough for the game. The fans are siding with Latto because she provided proof of being a team player while Cardi was allegedly dragging her name for no reason. The difference between Latto's quiet work ethic and that loud leaked audio from Cardi is driving this massive public shift. People are finally seeing through the act and they do not like what they see. Being a competitor is one thing, but accepting help and then trying to ruin someone's character to your inner circle is something else entirely. This situation has highlighted the kind of two-faced behavior that hip-hop fans rarely
That's not just awkward. That's a full betrayal of the professional relationship they had just publicly displayed.
forgive. It is especially bad when a veteran artist tries to step on a rising star who is actually holding them down. Since Latto was pregnant during that remix recording, it adds a layer of disrespect that makes Cardi look incredibly ungrateful to the whole community. The loyalty Cardi expects from others is clearly not a two-way street in her world. Things get even more disrespectful once you dig into the bars on Gimme Dat, where Latto absolutely shreds Cardi for her weak attempt at damage control. Specifically, she mocks that fake peace offering where Cardi tried to buy her a designer bag, and Latto made it clear Big Mama doesn't need handouts from her peers.
The lines that stood out were, "Talking about buying Big Mama a bag like my in, A ain't already bought it. Like my in, A ain't coming off racks. Big bank over here, big facts. Wish a BH would get in that booth."
Latto pointed out that the public apology Cardi posted on X back on September 30th, 2025 felt like total cap since they were already texting each other behind the scenes. If you actually have someone's digits and want to make things right, you don't go running to the timeline to perform for the fans while ignoring the person you disrespected. Because Cardi waited months to even send a private message after that leak dropped, it makes that public post look like a desperate PR stunt meant to protect her own image. There was even a reference to Plaque Max in the track, which is a loud sign that she is ready to take this battle to the internet streets.
And then comes the most pointed line of all, "I'm calling up Plaque Max." According to TMZ, Cardi B and Plaque Max are connected, and Cardi even gave PBM a shout during the 2026 Super Bowl 60 flag football game.
This whole situation proves that Cardi's grip on the game is slipping in 2026. Back in the day, a gift from Barty might have kept people quiet, but Latto is showing everyone that her integrity can't be bought off with a piece of leather. Fans are starting to see that Cardi's habit of apologizing publicly first is just messy damage control. Younger heavy hitters are finally talking to each other and realizing that the big sister act is usually just a cover for some nasty gatekeeping. Checking the receipts shows it took Cardi months to even consider a private conversation. Yet, she was fast to post for likes the moment that leak started trending. That kind of move tells you exactly where her head is at, and people are getting tired of this performative sisterhood that only shows up when the cameras are on.
And then someone I deadass looked at as a friend, like I understand this industry shit first too, but we was on a texting basis. So I feel like, yeah, you tweeted to the world, but we got each other's number.
Yeah.
You know?
Standing her ground and refusing to be silenced by a Hermes bag is a huge shift that shows Cardi's dominance in the rap scene is officially fading away. These new artists realize they don't need her validation or her fake gifts. The narrative has shifted from Cardi being the untouchable leader of the pack to her being a villain who is struggling to keep her stories straight. Cardi B wasn't going to let Latto walk away with the last word, so she hopped on X on June 4th, 2026, to drop a response. Her massive response on X claims she was 8 months pregnant and totally stressed out when that 2025 leak first happened, essentially trying to use her pregnancy as a pass. Defending the stress of her Am I the Drama album era was her main focus, though she insisted she tried to contact Latto's manager and sister privately.
She then added the pregnancy context. When the call came out, I was 8 months pregnant, had just released my album, and was extremely overwhelmed and emotional. That's not to excuse what I said, but to let you know where I was in my head.
A major problem is that the fans are completely over it because this overwhelmed defense has become a predictable pattern every time she gets caught in 4K while being messy. People have noticed that whenever Cardi gets exposed for her behind-the-scenes drama, she immediately brings up her personal life to dodge real accountability. It is a tired move used to distract everyone from the words that actually came out of her own mouth. Skepticism is high after she claimed she didn't mean to use that slur, mostly because the hip-hop community doesn't forget a track record like hers. Looking back at those old beefs with Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj makes it obvious that Cardi moves this way whenever she feels like someone else is gaining momentum. The streets are saying that pregnancy brain isn't working as a PR shield anymore, and people are starting to realize that you can only blame your hormones for so long before it just looks like your actual personality. You can't really play the overwhelmed mother card while you still have the energy to hop on social media and write a whole book defending your right to be toxic. This move backfired because it makes her look like she spends more time on her phone than in the recording booth, and that is not what her fans are looking for right now. When Cardi tried to defend her Am I the Drama era, it really revealed how much the pressure of staying on top was getting to her. She claimed the whole environment around that album was toxic and that she was just lashing out, but fans remember that Latto was actually one of the few people trying to help her through that mess.
Okay, are you worried this industry will destroy you?
I know it won't destroy me, but I've seen it destroy others. I'm just not gonna let it happen.
It is a nasty look to say you were overwhelmed while you were attacking the same person who was in the studio while pregnant, trying to help you move units. The culture is seeing a pattern where Cardi treats her peers like disposable chess pieces instead of real people with their own feelings and careers. Before we move on and see how Ice Spice entering the mix basically blew up Cardi's whole spot, tell me what y'all think about her playing the victim when Latto was in the studio while pregnant trying to help her move units. Tell me your thoughts in the comments. No cap, and while you at it, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's continue with the breakdown. Things got even worse once Ice Spice entered the mix, and now the whole industry hierarchy is shifting right under Cardi's feet. Latto and Ice Spice actually reconciled recently, which is a huge blow to Cardi because she can't play them against each other anymore. Latto is building a united front by aligning with Ice Spice, and since Cardi was caught trashing Ice in that same 2025 leak, the Bronx rapper is now completely excluded from the conversation.
But during that conversation, Cardi said, "I'ma knock her the fuck out. All y'all, I'ma beat her ass. I'ma get Riot beat up by my ninjas. Y'all gonna see what the fuck is up. Y'all think I'm fucking pussy ass Latto?"
Her old strategy of picking off younger artists and keeping them isolated is failing because these girls are finally talking to each other about their experiences with her big sister persona. This kind of isolation shows that the industry isn't scared of her social media reach or the influence her label supposedly has over the charts anymore. For Gen Z rap fans who value realness over industry politics, the shift from Cardi being the leader to being the main villain is officially complete. Younger listeners see Latto and Ice Spice collaborating and dropping music, while Cardi just stays on the internet arguing about who disrespected who first. This new alliance basically created a no-fly zone around Cardi B, and it proves that her power to make or break a career is almost gone. When the same girls you tried to bury end up becoming best friends and dropping hits, it makes you look like the problem instead of the mentor you claim to be.
That's not just awkward. That's a full betrayal of the professional relationship they had just publicly displayed.
Being isolated by the industry is dangerous for a superstar because your leverage evaporates the moment the new generation realizes they can win without you. Cardi is learning the hard way that you can't treat people like second-class citizens and then expect them to have your back when the world turns on you. Labels and managers are watching her handle these conflicts, and they see that a Cardi B feature comes with way too much social media baggage now. New artists see Latto thriving without a Cardi cosign, and that gives them the courage to speak their own truth instead of just falling in line. This is a permanent shift because once that fear is gone, it never really comes back the same way. Gen Z fans are sensitive to industry bullying, and the behavior Cardi showed in these leaks fits that description perfectly. She isn't the relatable girl from the Bronx to them anymore. She is just a wealthy gatekeeper trying to stop the next generation from eating. That is a death sentence for how cool a rapper is, and it is the main reason why the tide turns so sharply against her in 2026. Cardi is paying a heavy tax for her relevance right now, and her career might not be able to handle the bill much longer. All her fuel is being burned on social media explanations, while artists like Latto and Ice Spice are actually dropping projects and keeping the culture fed.
She then added the pregnancy context. When the call came out, I was 8 months pregnant, had just released my album, and was extremely overwhelmed and emotional. That's not to excuse what I said, but to let you know where I was in my head.
Talking about what you are going to do only works for so long, and the distance between her music and her internet rants is becoming a canyon. Unless Cardi drops a project that nobody can deny very soon, she's going to end up as a legacy commentator instead of a hitmaker. People are going to start looking at her like a retired athlete who just talks about the game on television because they cannot get on the field anymore. The whole Gimme Dat situation proved that being authentic is the most important thing in hip-hop right now, and Cardi is losing points for her industry politics. Buying luxury bags and apologizing on social media does not work like it used to because the fans have seen the receipts of what happens behind the scenes. This beef is a massive turning point for female rap since it is the first time a new artist ignored a peace offering from a superstar and still won the narrative. Latto did not need that bag or the public validation, and that proves the power in this industry has shifted toward the artists who are bold and independent.
Okay, are you worried this industry will destroy you?
I know it won't destroy me, but I've seen it destroy others. I'm just not gonna let it happen.
I like
it. Instead of being the hunter in these feuds, Cardi is stuck playing defense while the fans are starting to smell blood in the water. It is dangerous to be in this position when your whole brand is built on being the realest person in the room, but everyone is calling out your contradictions. That big sister persona is gone because real sisters do not trash each other in leaked audio and then try to buy their way out of it with luxury goods. We are seeing the end of the era where one person could decide who gets to sit at the table based on their own personal feelings. While Latto is busy writing hits, Cardi is just writing long posts on Twitter. And that is exactly why the fans are starting to jump ship. Trying to solve problems with a designer bag shows that she has lost touch with the streets and thinks a credit card fixes everything. You cannot claim to be a leader when the people you are supposed to be leading are all in a group chat talking about how you fumbled.
And then someone I dead eyes looked at as a friend. Like I understand this, industry shit first too, but we was on a texting basis. So I feel like, yeah, you tweeted to the world, but we got each other number. Yeah. You know?
Everyone in the industry used to fear her influence, but now they are just tired of the constant cycle of leaks and rants. If she wants to save her legacy, she needs to put the phone down and get back to the music that made people love her because the internet is moving on. Fans are looking for authentic connections and real music, not these manufactured moments and peace offerings that feel like they were written by a legal team. Both Latto and Ice Spice have shown that the new generation is not interested in playing the old industry games, and that is the biggest threat Cardi has ever faced. She is learning the hard way that you cannot demand respect from the culture when your private actions do not match your public image. Before we move on and see how this plays out for her next release, tell me in the comments if you think Cardi B is really finished as the queen of the charts, or if she can still bounce back. I want to know if you think Latto was right to reject that bag and keep the pressure on her. Tell me if you think the big sister era is officially over for good, no cap. While you are at it, make sure to like and subscribe so you do not miss any of these daily breakdowns. Let us continue.